a little too early. You know what I like about my division now, man? It's a young division. You know, I mean, it's not a lot of old names floating around. You know, so I think that's beautiful. A lot of the names, even these young guys, you guys know who we are, but soon, in the near future, there's going to be some other challengers and contenders, and some new, fresh young blood that's going to try to get in the mix and try to come to the top of the welterweight division. And I just look forward to what the rest of my career is really going to be and what the legacy of Keith Thurman is going to be at 147.
Keith, Mikey called you out. You down to fight him? What do you think about that? He's one of the best, if not the best, 47.
Well, it's different at 147. Lost champion right there right now. He's top dog, so that's why if you're going to beat somebody, make a name, you got to go after the big man. You got to be one, baby.
I never had so many eyes on me, you know, but that's the position that I'm in now. You know, it is new, but the fight means nothing new. The fact that these people, everybody wants to fight me, means I don't have to look for a contract no more. I mean, we can make fights easily. You know, we can make fights easily. You know, everybody's ready to step in the ring. There was a time, about 4 or 5 years ago, where it wasn't the case, where a lot of people were avoiding me. And every fighter goes through that. That's why you got to grind it out, you got to stick it out, and just keep showing that you are the best, that you are a threat, and that you need to be recognized.
Well, Keyshawn Porter held a press conference yesterday to kind of let it be known that
he just held a press conference by himself.
He literally held a press conference by himself. Him and Kenny, him and his dad at the Porter High Performance Center. They held a press conference.
You was there? You attended?
Well, I did not go. I sent one of my guys though. We had a representative there.
You was there.
Yeah, we were there in spirit.
You branch over there. You was there.
Yes, exactly. Okay. But basically, they held a press conference to say that they were going to confront you and ask you what's going on. Why aren't we fighting?
Oh, well, that's really nice. You know, first things first. You know, look, I'll just put it in simple terms because I don't want to go outside of anything like that. You know, I got a lot of love for Sean and his father Kenny. You know, I beat him once, I'll beat the boy twice. I ain't worried about that. They're the ones that are real salty right now. You know what I mean? But Danny's salty too. But outside of all that, man, to my knowledge, he is the #1 contender, right? But I'm not going to tell you that I know. I don't know. But I just came off of surgery, right? And there's certain rules in the sanctioning bodies on when an athlete goes through a real, you know, like workman's comp when you get injured on the job. You know what I mean? I'm only injured because I've been boxing my whole life. This is a boxing injury, you know. So the whole mandatory situation, I'm not really sure 100% on this knowledge, but I would assume from what I've kind of heard a few times that there's like a freeze period. You can't run the clock when I can't work. You know what I mean? So right now he holds a great position, but if the WBC is not going to mandate him, then I don't have to fight him. A lot of people are putting my name in their mouth saying Keith Thurman must fight me next. That's not facts. You know what I mean? That's not facts. You can feel however you feel. You can say whatever you want to say, create as many press conferences as you want. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I worked hard to be where I am today. You guys already know I'm smart in the ring, I'm smart outside of the ring, and we're going to take care of this body, and we're going to get back into the sport the right way. We're not going to overexert ourselves too soon. Fighting anybody in the top 5 would be overexerting myself post-surgery and not being in the ring for over a year. It's you know, I mean, boxing isn't new. I'm not really fading in skills and talent, but you do got to get the engine working. You got to kick start it, get the motor going. I'm 29. Camps are a little longer nowadays than they were when I was 18, 22, 24. You know? But yeah, man, you know, Sean, in my opinion, I can fight him anytime. I can pick him for a rematch anytime. Nobody's going to complain. Everybody's going to know what the deal is. But if it's not really mandatory, then I mean, I don't see a contract. It's not being pushed on me. That means I have options, and they're going to have to deal with that. Real talk. I don't like to hide and say this and say that. You know me. I just tell you how it is.
Do you feel like that just kind of gets ignored? The fact that you were injured and you're coming off of a surgery and You need time to heal?
Yeah, you know, I like to make the comparison. It's like, you know, everybody knows Kobe went through surgeries. Everybody knows Tiger Woods went through surgeries. You know, can you imagine Tiger Woods after surgery and they're like, oh yeah, why don't you just play at this little Honda Cup little event and we're just going to have a one-on-one with you and Dustin Johnson, you know, after surgery. You know, like, what's he going to look like? And is he even going to want to volunteer for that? You can pick somebody else. He's not going to be in the mood to be in front of all the cameras in a one-on-one scene because boxing is a one-on-one sport. You can't really compare boxing to a lot of sports because it's one-on-one. Imagine Kobe after surgery and they're like, oh yeah, we want you to do a one-on-one with LeBron. Like, calm the fuck down, you know? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I do feel like people are ignoring it a little bit, but I got a lot of people that are saying, look, champ, do what you have to do. We love you, we support you, we look forward to you getting back in the ring. We look forward to you staying on top, you know? So I'm still young, man, right in my prime, and the career's not over, man. We got a lot to do. We got lots of performances to give. So that's another thing too, is I'm trying to get back in the ring twice this year, something that I haven't done for prior years. So we're on a mission to get more active and then get back into dominating and destroying the welterweight division.
What do you think about all the hype? I don't know if it's hype or not, but people talk about Spence all the time as being pound for pound this and
He's
that.
been active,
What do you think?
right? He's been active. He had a terrific performance when he went overseas and beat Kell Brook. He has a very nice boxing style, very appealing to the spectator because as far as fans are concerned, boxing is a spectator sport, right? They're sitting and they just watching, you know, and he's very entertaining. He can close the show. He's hurt a lot of guys, but you know, it's just not anything I can do right now. It's not on my to-do list today and tomorrow. I unified. I talked about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm gonna get this belt. I'm gonna get this belt. I'm going after all the belts. You know. So we're still in that process. We had a little bit of a setback, but I'm the man. Like I said, it's not my fault that right before surgery, I got the best fight of my career. I unified 2 titles in the welterweight division, and everybody else is walking around with 1. You know what I mean? So that was my move, you know. And that's, you know, I wanted Danny, and I'm glad I got Danny because I would have been injured. I would have had this layoff, and I would only have 1 belt, you know. So, and it would be a lot harder to try to go after Danny. Somebody else would. So, it was a good move on my behalf. So I'm in a great position. It's like a chessboard. I'm in a great position. You want me to move, but I'm not going to move out of position. I might restack some things, but I'm not going to move out of position when I hold such a great position. You know what I mean? And then when it's time to strike, we're going to strike.
Do you have an opponent yet?
No, still not. No, still too far out. 13 weeks. You know, I've been telling a lot of my people back at home. You know, fights normally don't get announced in the way that they did. We normally won't announce a fight 100 days before. You know, but it was part of a big Showtime event. So a lot of people had opponents. And mine was so far out. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say this line, but you know, opponents are a little bit on a need-to-know basis. They don't need to know 100 days before the fight. They can know within a respectable time manner, not in a disrespectful time manner, not no 2-week notice or nothing like that. In a respectable time manner and get ready for the fight. But to be honest, there's not even years in my name right now because it's still so far out.
Have you returned your elbow yet?
Oh yeah.
How does it feel compared to how it was before the surgery?
You know, it feels a little, you know, the scar tissue and things like that. But the pain is gone. You know, loose bodies were in there, so every time I was snapping it out, it was just banging up and creating a whole bunch of unwanted inflammation. You know, so all that inflammation is gone. It's no more banging up. It's usable. We're gonna have fun.
Keith, do you think that becoming the unified champion and getting married, has it made you more content, not quite have the same fire as when you wanted to win the title and were undefeated, or not at all?
I mean, I've been content a little bit more ever since I became champion in general, especially after a few title defenses, right? There's no more, you better not get me something, right? A lot of that went away because I'm the champion, and I know that if I fight anybody, I'm fighting as a champion, not as a challenger. It's just a different position, right? But shoot, man, 29 years old, I've been in the game 22 years, man. I'm just knowledgeable. I'm just not stressing. So why am I going to stress when there's nothing to stress about? You know, I got here for a reason. My skills are real, you know, and I'm going to keep defending these titles each and every time I step into the ring. That's pretty much how I feel.
Does it still fire up your competitive side when you hear Spence or Porter? They feel like, you know, you will fight them, and when you hear the people, does it fire up the competitive side? Like, I'll prove them, I'll see.
I mean, I already know. It's my career. I already know most likely how it's going to go down. They don't know, and they typing and all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? But when the fights happen, when I step in the ring, I'm going to bring my A. You know? And I said it before. I got an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. You know? So nothing has changed. You know? But we're just this year, for the most part, me, my team, and Al, is going to be a little bit of a strategic year. You know, getting back, we're going to have a comeback fight. Then I'm hoping to do something a little bigger. I don't know what it's going to end up being. I don't know if it ends up Sean gets what he wants. They can hush their mouth. I don't know what's going to happen. If not, then it'll be a little extra salty, and they're going to end up running it a little bit more. But I don't mind, you know, because I'm in control of my career, and we're gonna make good moves, and we're gonna make exciting fights. So, you know, I don't think I'm gonna disappoint the fans, and that's where my confidence comes from. Few fans might want this and that, but they always want what they can't have right away. As soon as they see one good fight, then another good fight, they're like, oh, these guys gotta fight, you know? So, you know, the fans aren't matchmakers, they're spectators. So they'll get the fight in a due time, not at this time.
So, folks, we got Mikey and Rancis here also. Make sure we get questions for everybody so we can make the best use of this time. We appreciate all the fighters coming down at once. Uncommon to have this roundtable like this. We want to make sure we get time for everybody. So, please spread the love.
You know, you're a great student of the game. Everybody knows that. So when you size it up here, assessing him as a student of the game, are you seeing openings? Are you saying to yourself how you're going to beat this guy?
Nobody's untouchable, right? Nobody's untouchable. Everybody knows he's not untouchable. He's just got a real nice, solid foundation, right? You know, Tito Trinidad was very solid, you know, hands up, strong, you know, Errol's a little flat-footed. He has bounced around a little bit. He does have a decent little backspin. Everybody knows he works the head, he works the body, you know, and he's quite consistent. I mean, when I size up, I like to see how consistent he is. He's quite consistent. He's got good size. Look at this dude. How's it feeling? It's not the shoulder. Midas touch on it. It's not the shoulder, it's the elbow. But you can Midas elbow. It's the elbow. Please. Oh, okay. Oh, no, too hard. You hurt me again. No. How you feeling? I'm good. Good to see you. Braid it up nowadays. Braid it up. More twisty. Yeah. I see. What's up, Sean? I just wanted to put some Midas touch on him. That's all. Yeah, hook me up. Appreciate it.
March 10th is coming up fast. How's everything going?
Hard, a lot of sparring, a lot of rounds. I was pushed a few weeks, so now we just gotta get back and step up the gas. You know, took a week lightly, but now we're back and we're right on track.